Hey guys, I'm Greg Builds, and welcome to this new creative building world. And this will be a series where I build out this new custom map. And since this is a creative world and not a survival world, we can build up large detailed cities, as we don't have to source any of the materials. And we can mainly focus on building and the creative side of Minecraft. Now I still have a survival series, and that world will continue on my main channel. But this creative world series will be over here on this channel, the Greg Builds Game channel. But with that being said, welcome to the new world. And this custom terrain was built by Razile, and I really like how this world is laid out. And on top of that, we have a map, and this map will help showcase where the different regions are located in the world. And we have plenty of regions to build in. But to start it off, we're at Spawn Island, and this is located at the center of the map. Now I have a big project lined up right away for this creative building world. But before we go any further, I have to show you some of the different regions, and all the hard work that my brother Razile put into this map. Now one of the nice things about Spawn Island is the rivers, and all these rivers eventually lead out into the ocean. Now, right above Spawn Island, we have a couple of flower fields, and these lead into the woodlands and the dark oak forest. Then after that, we can keep traveling north. And up north here, we have the snow biome. And I really like the beginning of the snow biome, as it's covered with snowy trees and at large frozen lakes. But as we head farther north, we have less trees, and we move closer to the tundra and the large frozen mountainous regions. And I already have a couple projects in mind and what I want to build up here, but we'll see that in future episodes. Now, as we head back down south, the terrain becomes less frozen. And 2/3 the way down the map, we have the savannas. And this is another area with awesome custom trees. And just like the snow biome, I have many plans for this region as well, and all the possibilities we can build within it. Now as we head farther south, we have the mesa. And this biome is starting to reach the hotter portion of the map. And just like traditional mesas, there's many different forms of rock, which I think looks pretty amazing just by itself. Also, as we head farther south, we have warmer water temperatures. Where up north, we have much colder plants in the water, such as seagrass. And towards the south, we have coral in the water. And the water even becomes a lighter blue color the farther we go south. Then heading across the map, we can cross through the rainforest region. And this area has super dense growth. And it has a nice river running right through the middle of it. And these are custom rainforest trees as well. And these trees have super large root bases. And I feel like we will make a treehouse in this region in the near future as well. Then beyond the rainforest, we have the desert region. And this region down here even has a few water pockets, which is nice, and it's not completely sand. And around these water pockets, we have a few trees as well. And these are custom desert trees too. But I'm thinking a large pyramid or some desert towns will look great through here. Then heading to the bottom of the map, we have a volcanic island. and there's even an active volcano towards the end of the island. Now we can head over to another biome, and we can head to the swamp biome. And this one has clay and mud pits, as a normal swamp would have. And one thing about this biome, it has water level that is lower than the ocean's sea level, by a few blocks, and that makes this area very wet and muddy. And there's also a ton of mushrooms and other swampy plants growing through this region. Then we can head over to the birch forest. And these birch trees are taller than regular birch trees, and it's pretty densely populated as well. And with each biome, I would like to build a different style community, but let me know down in the comments what you think I should build in each one. Now on the other bottom corner of the map, we have the tropical islands. And there's many small islands to build on, and the watercolor is the brightest color blue in this portion of the map, as it's the warmest, and it has coral in the water as well in this region. Then we can head up to the dark oak forest, and this is very densely populated in this region, and it's similar to the rainforest. Now I'll show you how thick this forest is, and I'll show you a first-person view of walking through these tangled trees. And as you can see, this is a very wooded area, and if we want to put a town, well, we'd probably have to do a lot of clearing. But that's similar to many foresty towns around. Then we can cross through the plains in the farmland area. And this is going to be where the large portion of the farming communities are. And with all this open space, there's plenty of room to work with it. And I'm thinking even a castle probably. Then we can head to the top corner of the map. And up here we have the rocky northern islands. And up here you'll notice that there aren't any sandy beaches, as it's mainly stone. But that's similar to many northern region island areas. And also, there's a few more regions that we haven't viewed yet, but you'll see those later in future episodes. But one thing I would like to start work on right away is a large castle. And that'll be located right here above Spawn Island. And this is a very large project, and it won't get finished today, as it'll take many episodes. But I'm going to create the outline today of where the main castle walls will be placed. And along the walls, I'm going to build in sections for towers, and these will be lookout towers, and there'll be a walkway between each one. Also, I'm going to add in bridges, and there'll be big entrance gates as well. And we'll even have ports along the side, and we can excavate out sand and add in more sand for dock areas, or area to park ships, as we could build a large marina right in front of the castle walls. And many big ships can sail right up through here, as these rivers connect right to the ocean. Now, as I'm laying out the design for the castle walls, I'd like to talk a little bit about this new series. And this creative building world will have many episodes per week, or that's what we plan to do. So make sure to subscribe, as you can see me transform many of these different biomes into small communities. And this world will have many different themes, as it's not just going to be a medieval castle theme, but it'll also have modern and futuristic communities and other parts of the world map. But we'll get to that later on. Now currently we're using coarse dirt blocks, and I'm laying out the castle towers. And one of the main reasons I'm doing this is to get the correct amount of spacing in between each tower. And I can really see how big the project's going to be before we start building. And this way we can also plan in gates, drawbridges, marina ports, and we can plan this all ahead of time, and that way it's not all crammed in. And it'll help save us time so we don't have to destroy walls later on, just because we didn't plan it out earlier. Now, around this area right here, we're going to build out the beach. and this will give all the residents inside the castle walls access to the waterfront. And just past that, I'm going to build in the marina. And we could build large ships out in front of the marina as well. But we'll definitely see that later in future episodes. Now, one thing I really like about this location is the long ridgeline that goes along the back of the castle. And this will be like a natural wall, so we won't have to build a wall on the backside. And I'm sure we're going to even terraform some of the land, as we'll have the castle up on a little bit of a hill, so we'll have to add in a lot of blocks. But I'm super excited for this project, and if you guys have any suggestions, I would love to hear them. So make sure to leave them down in the comments. And as mentioned before, this is a creative building world, so we can spend a lot of time being creative without gathering materials. And this way, I can upload a lot more videos a lot quicker, as gathering materials is not something I usually record, as it's not that interesting. But since we don't have to do that in this world, there'll definitely be a lot more episodes per week on this new Greg Builds Games channel. But thank you guys so much for watching this first episode of the new series. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, as it'll help this series out. Now with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Later guys.